Hello everybody! We're back for another little first look video. This time on, honestly, one of the best mobile games I've played in a very long time, maybe ever. It is technically also on Steam, just so you know, but yeah. This game is super cool. I want to pretty much just jump right into it, but I did want to shout out this cool, like, shifting effect, at least on the mobile version, when you like move your phone up and down. It's just a little thing, but it's so cool. And it's just one of the many little details that I love about this game. But yeah, let's just jump right in here and I will explain the game. We're jumping into this one a little bit in media res. I have done the first handful of rooms, but I'm still calling it a first look because this is kind of a unique little game where basically every like screen is its own unique puzzle challenge. And while some of them use the same mechanics as other rooms, the solutions are very different in each room. Not immediately apparent, as you could probably tell from how bad I am at figuring these things out. But I also will note that this is a mostly post-commentary, because the way I record mobile games doesn't really allow for me to really do them live, but I will jump around a little bit as needed, and mostly just go over what you're seeing. So, this game just came out. It's very cool. I saw it on a Reddit post, actually, and was like, oh, I gotta check that out. Grabbed the free version, played a few rooms, and basically every, like, staircase, it would do an ad, which is fine. Like, if you want to play the free version, totally fine. But I was like, this game is dope. I want to support the devs. So I, went ahead and bought the ad-free version of it. And it moved a lot quicker then, without having to wait on the ad screen at every staircase. So I definitely recommend just buying it if you are interested in this. It's like $2.50 on the Android store to get rid of the ads, and it's very worth that. It's kind of a like classic style top-down like dungeon crawler, but it's not really. I was gonna call it like a D&D game, but it's really not. It's very much a puzzle game, but the cool thing is you're still kind of doing the traditional dungeon crawler stuff of like, killing enemies and occasionally, getting key items added to your inventory and that kind of thing. But it's all to assist the puzzle solving. Any enemies that are in your way are either there just to be, a hindrance to the puzzle or to assist the puzzle in some way. Like, maybe you need to use a specific enemy to trigger a trap so it doesn't kill you instead. And once that trap is, like, rendered inert, then it acts as, like, kind of a, pathway that you can solve the puzzle through. Or, like, this really cool puzzle that I'm showing you now, I had a very hard time with because it dealt with, like, these teleportation portals. But it basically boiled down to having to kind of utilize the teleporting in space to get to the other side of this like large troll creature that normally would take you out in one hit because you don't have any HP and you're very fragile. And it's just one of those things. It's like it's very timing specific, and honestly I think it might work better. Like some of these things I think might work better with an actual controller. The mobile version of the game uses kind of just a virtual D-pad of sorts. Like you slide one tile at a time. It's not ideal, but it works. Like one puzzle that I don't show in the video has you following a compass along a safe path. And every now and then I would like swipe the wrong direction and die because I would go away from what the compass was, wanting me to go to. Here it's more just like my finger slips. I think it'd probably be a little tighter with a controller, but like it is perfectly serviceable on mobile devices. And I think like just the kind of the bite-sized like one-screen puzzles aspect of it makes for a very, like, cozy, just, you know, sit down and do a few rooms type mobile game. And in that way, like, it's perfect for this platform. And it's really fun. Like I said, every puzzle is a completely unique challenge. I'm kind of just vamping here to show off the puzzles themselves because I don't want to spoil too much of the game itself. I just kind of want you to see, you know, what playing the game is like. It's one of those things where, like, you have no idea what you're going to find in the next room until you get there, and then it's like, okay, what do I do now? That's my favorite thing. Like, it's not a traditional puzzler where, you know, you kind of know what you're going to get every level, which is like, oh, that's a, you know, slightly more complicated version of what I just did. This one, like, you have essentially the same tools of maybe some kind of thrown object and your sword, and then, you know, whatever tools are available to you in the level itself, like the teleportation things, for example. Sometimes there's, like, trap plates, that kind of thing. Sometimes you have to explode an orc by landing in the spot that he spawns in. Totally different every time, but that's what makes it special. And as of this recording, I'm like 50 floors in, so about half. There's 100 floors in this game, and like I said, I don't really want to spoil the story of it all, but there is like there's some regular story intervals that I really enjoy, of, like, you know, why you are spelunking in this dangerous dungeon. But I really like the story of it all, and as I'm about halfway through the dungeon, I'm still blown away by, like, the amount of variety they were able to achieve in these different puzzle rooms. And even just the few I show here, like, are pretty different from each other. My favorite things, like I said, sometimes the controls I feel like don't really suit what you're trying to do, like, you know, chasing a character around a maze type thing. But my favorite puzzles are the ones that, like, the solution is not what you would think it is. So, for example, in this puzzle here, where I'm, you know, chasing a fairly harmless enemy around, I thought I basically had to corner him and, like, attack him, you know, before he gets out the door. And I'm like, I can't go fast enough. Like, it's not possible. Like, maybe, is this just not easily doable, like, with the, you know, the swipe controls? Like, maybe I'd be able to do it better with the controller. And after about, like, 5 minutes of struggling with this puzzle, the hint option shows up on screen. I have it set to where if you can't figure it out within 5 minutes, you can get some hints. You still don't have to, but you can. So the hints popped up, and I'd never even thought of the option of having to, like, route this guy anywhere else. I just kept trying the same solution over and over again. You know, the definition of insanity, but whatever. And it told me to take him back to where where I came from, basically. So you route him upstairs, and he basically kills himself on the trap plate. And that's when I realized this game was like a whole other level. Like, literally. The solutions to these puzzles can spawn multiple levels. So, like, you might have to, you know, see the layout of one room to figure out the solution to the puzzle below it. And so you're going back and forth between floors to get the solutions to both rooms. And that's really cool, because you think it's like it's one-screen puzzles, you know? But it's not always. And it's just really good. It's not like anything I've played on a mobile device before. It's both, like, bite-sized and, like, fitting for mobile, but also so much deeper than I would have expected it to be. I thought it was more of just a, you know, puzzle-based dungeon crawler. But the way some of these, like, mind-bending puzzles work, it almost reminds me of something like Portal. You know, with the room manipulation and the way you have to think outside the box when you're getting through each each like lab experiment or whatever. It's a very good game, and I just wanted to shout it out and let everyone know about it, because it is definitely worth your time. And I think I have vamped enough to show off the game, so I'm going to end it here. I try to keep these mobile game reviews short, but yeah, I very much look forward to the next half of this game, and I hope you've enjoyed this little bite-sized look enough to want to pick it up yourself.
Your eyes are...
So definitely check out this game on Android, iOS, or Steam. It is called Dungeons of Dreadrock, and I can't recommend it enough.